All right, everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Knicks sports talk and entertainment. Oh, what a game yesterday. What a game. I know it's the Atlanta Hawks, but the Atlanta Hawks are playing better of late. They are 11-16 after last night. But you know what? This Knicks team is very interesting, and I've said this a million times. They're going to go through spurts. They're going to be up. They're going to be down. They're going to have these runs where they're going to run off like 4 or 5 games in a row, wins, and then they're going to lose like 6 in a row. It's just what they are right now. They're a young team. They are still trying to figure out their identity. But that's fine because you know what? This is the most fun in years we have had with the Knicks team. And I go back to 1976. So I just missed the championships. You know, I saw the Ewing era, saw Bernard King, saw Starberry, saw everything in between. This is a fun team. This reminds me of the Amari Stoudemire team when he first came to New York. And then, you know, we traded all the pieces to get Melo, and we're not going to get into that. But this team is great to watch. They are 3-0 since they picked, they're 3-1 since they picked up Derrick Rose. And I've said this before, the Knicks need a quality point guard. They are a quality point guard away from being a contender, or at least looking at going towards the playoffs. I mean, right now, if you think about it, they're number 6 in the playoff standings. They're a half game above the Charlotte Hornets. So they're a full game above the Toronto Raptors, who are in 8th. So if they keep playing well and they keep playing forward and they keep buying into Tibbs, they will make the playoffs. I'm guaranteeing that. I'm only guaranteeing it if they play like they have been these last few weeks and they keep buying into the Tibbs philosophy. And the off-the-bench combo of Rose and Quickly continues to produce. And R.J. Barrett finally, he finally came out of his slump. I was getting worried. I was about to do a video about R.J., about what's wrong with R.J., but he finally had a nice night last night. He put it all together. And again, he's a young guy, and he's going to have these issues. He reminds me 100% of Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons is excelling greatly under Doc Rivers right now because Doc Rivers basically just told him, you know what, attack the basket, play defense, and distribute the ball. Don't worry about your outside shot. And the problem what RJ was having was he had been automatic around the rim so much this season that these last 5-6 games, that's kind of disappeared. But at least last night he came back to the player we think he can be. He scored 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. But the night belongs to Julius Randle. Julius Randle, 44 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, the guy was 14 of 22, 7 of 13 from 3-point range. I mean, at one point he was automatic. And it was great to see during the press conference at the end, the guys rally around him in reference to making the All-Star team. Julius Randle, in my mind, is a true all-star right now for the Knicks. He's one of the first true all-stars we have had since Bello. And you know what? And it's crazy if you take a look at his statistics and you take a look at how he plays. I mean, he has really evolved as a player for the Knicks. And I think, and like I said, most of our success is coming because of Julius Randle. Well, not most, but a large portion of it. I would say 45% of our success is because of Randle. But yes, we talk about him being an all-star. And I was talking about with a friend last night after the game, because we were watching the game. I said, screw it, man. He could be a league MVP. And he thought I was crazy for a minute, but I said, if you take a look at what would be the win percentage in reference to how many big nights Randle has during Knicks wins, it's probably going to be like 70%. I mean, he's averaging 23 points, 11 rebounds, 5.6 assists. Yeah, he's turning the ball over 3 times a game, but that's fine because he's also handling the ball more than anyone on the team. But if you take him out of the win percentage and you're counting in reference to the most valuable player to a team that could potentially be in the playoff push, you have to put Julius Randle in consideration for MVP, for league MVP. And also I think most improved player. Because he has rounded his entire game. It's not just that he's all of a sudden gotten good. he's always been okay. He's always been a scorer. I mean, he's been in the league since 14. But if you take a look, man, he jumped up last year. Of course, it was a weird year. He only averaged 19 points and 9.7 rebounds and 3 assists. I mean, now he's at 11 rebounds, almost 6 assists, and 23 points. And he's playing 36 minutes a night. But so to me, that really, I know it sounds crazy. How crazy does it sound that you may have a Knick and going 30 games into the season who should not only be in the all-star, the all-star speech of sports writers and players, but he should also be in consideration for league MVP. And I thought it was crazy for a minute, but he's shooting almost 47. He's shooting almost over 47%. He's shooting 40% right now from three-point land. He's at 80% for his free throws. So it's crazy. Yes, I know, because he's a Knick. I mean, he's a Knick on a team that's winning. You thought 2020 was screwed up because of COVID. 2021 must be even more screwed up that the Knicks are winning, and there's a player on the team that I feel should have MVP consideration. And we need to stay away from trying to trade assets or our picks to bring in a star. We need to get out of that mindset. We screwed up that Stoudemire team by going after Melo that year, by giving up half the roster for Melo. And I like Melo. But the problem was Melo only wanted to be traded that season because the collective bargaining agreement was changing that offseason, and he didn't want to lose out on the cash. He would have gotten less if he was not traded and he was a free agent. So, I mean, so we don't have that type of situation, but that was a young, fun team. Stoudemire, again, was in consideration for MVP. And then, Melo showed up and everything. We never really improved past what we thought we would improve on. We didn't really improve more until the 57-win season when we picked up Tyson Chandler. But we need to hold back the ghost of Knicks past and making those bad trades. Let's let the young guys play. Let's hold on to our assets. And let's just keep the team the way it is. Now, if you're telling me that we can get, if we can get quality talent without giving up our first rounders, and we could throw in people like, Kevin Knox or Frank Ntilikina or some, Austin Rivers or someone like, such as that, and we're not going to disturb the core nucleus, then I'm saying go for it, but do not give up any of our young talent. Do not give up any of our assets, which we took forever to build. This is a team that is fun. This is a team that can win. And this is a team, if they buy into the Tibbs philosophy, will go to the playoffs. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Knicks sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you can if you can subscribe, if you can ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.